Hey, Joey B. And yes, it is Mike McShane.
It
I haven't
is.
seen you, it seems like, between
I
you
have
being
not.
sick and me being away on business,
Yeah.
we had the Memorial Day break.
More up.
And then we had the Skipper show because I had,
yeah.
the rain out. Well, that was before Memorial Day.
All over the place.
You were not feeling well. I was away on business. It's like, this is our first show in almost 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, we're back.
And we're back. And
Thank
to
you for
our-
asking where we were, some of you out there.
And
I'm
to
glad,
our followers in
Yeah.
Australia, England,
Indonesia loves us.
Indonesia loves
They
us.
love us.
We have a worldwide
Yeah.
following now. Too bad they can't understand a friggin' word we're saying.
Too bad.
But, so how you been?
I've been all right.
Good. We had a lot to catch up on.
We do.
A lot of things happened. We had almost another, I hate to call it a rain out. We almost had a rain
yeah,
out
it's
on
been-
Sunday.
Yeah.
It's been crazy weather.
It has
We were
been
able-
crazy.
JT rolled the dice, and most of the games got in under dry conditions. You got wet.
Yeah.
You got wet, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tough call JT has to make, it's football, we play in the rain, but we also have permits to keep these fields.
right.
So we
true,
can't be just tearing them up.
true.
So that's
But we
fine
want,
line.
but we want to finish the season before Labor Day.
Yeah, we do, but we also want to have fields missed.
Yeah, true. So everything is true. Anyway, let's get you caught up on what's been going on in general league news.
Yeah.
There are no more undefeated teams in the ACFL,
No, there are not.
but I must say that
Well, the 8-on-8. Get this thing out of here.
on the 8-on-8. But 2 weeks ago there was a very, very big game. It was the Bruins and the Yombies, and I wanna give a shout out to Rich on the Yombies. It's better late than never. The game ended a way that nobody likes to see a game end. It ended on a whistle call. The whistle might have been a little early. There's no guarantee that the play would have been successful, but still, you don't want to see a play
Right.
end like that.
No.
So the Yombies, of course, were a little hot about it. I spoke with Rich afterwards. We talked, we chatted. Everything is fine. Rich, nice guy.
Great
Coaches
guy.
high school football, coaches kids
Yep.
on a level, so he understands that
Right.
stuff. But it happens. It happens. It's not the worst call in the world.
It's
but
not.
Missed calls happen in the NFL.
They do.
Premature whistles happen in the NFL. It just happens. But he was man enough to stand up and say what happened should
Right.
happen. So I appreciate that, Rich. Let's move on to more things because you guys bounced back
Yes, they did.
with a win. These divisions now are really tightening up.
Yes.
We're gonna get into it right now. So why don't we start with the world famous 8-on-8?
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, this division this conference is really getting killed. And I want to start with Hackensack.
All right.
Where am I? Here we go. Over at Hackensack, we had the Hawkeyes and the Bulldogs. The Hawkeyes, we said, were in a free fall.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs had lost 2 straight,
Right.
so it was a matter of who was going to give where or what.
Right.
The Hawkeyes actually had 10 guys down there. They didn't have, and number 4, I keep forgetting his first name. He's done for the year.
Oh no.
While they were doing the abdominal
Right.
thing, they found 2 slip discs in his back.
Oh.
So he's done.
That's no good.
For the Bulldogs, Oscar was not there, but Alfredo was there.
All right.
And the Hawkeyes were able to squeak out a
Once
13-12 win. And they needed to stop the bleeding.
Yes, they did. Yes, they
needed to
did.
stop the bleeding. But now the Bulldogs have dropped 3 in a row.
Yeah, and they already dropped one, or the Hawkeyes already dropped one to the Bulldogs earlier this year. I think week 1, something like that. So Hawkeyes coming back. Hopefully a little progress here. I mean, they are what, 3-4?
3-4, and they still have personnel issues.
Right.
They still missing guys. They can't bring Gerard out of retirement. He doesn't want to come out of retirement.
Yeah.
But these are the kind of games they're going to play into the last week in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Tight games, can't make a mistake. Their quarterback had a big game. Tony had a big game. And again, it was an extra point.
There you go.
It was an extra point.
What it comes down to. Those kickers.
And another game, the Warriors Wolfgang. And I'm telling you, Omar, your team has got to be the most unlucky team
Yeah.
They lost in double overtime to the Warriors, 27-21.
That's rough.
On a touchdown call in the second overtime, which they questioned. But the refs, steadfast, they stood up, touchdown was good. So the Wolfgang now is whatever they are, 2-4, 2-5. But I'll tell you what, they're scary 2-5.
They are. I mean, we talked about them a lot this year, talked about them a little bit at the end of the season last year. They're right there, man. Who knows? They got watching out playoffs. If they finally get it together in that next week or two.
Well, they were
like
down.
you said, this is a dangerous team, man. You watch them; they're good. They're in every game. They're putting up points. Defense is doing well. Offense is hanging in there. It's just that one or two plays that they just got to tighten up. Remember, this is still a young team, and they're still building. Omar's got these guys. I remember him talking to me at the end of last season. He was like, "Yo, we're ready. We're young. These guys are still learning it, and here we go. We're ready to come back." And they did. And even though that they're 2-5, this is
You don't want to play him.
Yeah.
You don't want to play him.
Because it could go either way. It could go either way with this team.
Because when they finally do get a break in the game, I don't want it to be against me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's going to happen.
Because
It's got. I mean,
the odds are in their favor that something has to break their way.
Yeah, this team looks head and shoulders above what they were playing last year.
Oh,
we were killing them last year.
Cornell, we haven't mentioned Cornell at all. Cornell's super athlete.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we might have him on next week.
Oh,
I might bring him
nice.
But again, Omar, hang in there. You guys, now they were down 2 scores to the Warriors and fought back.
All right, Warriors
which is
having a great year this year.
Well, I saw Shono at the field.
Okay.
And I said to him, Shono, I'm shocked that you haven't opened your mouth.
Yeah.
And Matty Ice is now the quarterback for the Goons, and they have the germ at quarterback. And Shono said, I'm friends with Matty Ice, I'm not worried about him. We're going to play them soon. I can still do the 110 I said, you mean days?
Yeah.
Because you can't mean seconds.
Yeah.
But sure enough, he was on the board this morning. I knew he couldn't be quiet. But anyway, keep going, Omar. You're gonna be okay. You got too many athletes on this team.
Yeah, and Warriors, like I said, they are having a great year this year.
Now the other game, which was a primo game, the Goons and the Kodiaks. And let me tell you, this game was played in horrific conditions.
Oh yeah, the games went up.
It was pouring. Games are up. I haven't.
Yep. Good job, Tommy, sticking it out in the rain. He's had a couple rain games this year where he was out there the whole time.
And he shrunk 4 inches. But this game was horrific conditions. Horrific.
Yeah.
And the funny part about this is you're looking at a 4-point game.
Right.
The Goons totally dominated the first half.
Yeah.
They were down. Kodiaks were down 3 scores.
Yep.
Pouring rain. They could have easily just given up the ghost.
Yeah.
But that's not the way this team's made up.
Yeah.
Kodiaks are not that kind of team.
Goons looked great out there. I mean, they jumped out quick. I think they put up all 33 points in the first half.
Well, let me ask you a question. This is a question too. Did the Goons just take their foot off the gas pedal?
I think so.
Or did the Kodiaks really start to turn the screws on?
I think they took their foot off the gas pedal. I was just about to say that. They look so dominant. This team. The Goons, they've gone through a lot of changes, through a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've always been on top. But I think Matty Ice right now is looking great for them. Really pulled that team together with the running ability now. Because, when they had Kenny, that was just a passing game. He wasn't running.
Not much. No.
They had, sorry, I can't remember who was in the fall. Still a good quarterback, able to run. Big arm that kid had. But Matty Ice, this team is looking real good. And right now, they are on the top of the 8-on-8. After taking out the Kodiaks, that were the only one undefeated.
Yeah, there is no more undefeated in the 8-on-8.
Yeah, and now they took them out. They've beaten pretty much everyone. I cannot remember who they lost.
You see, I got to go on the flip side of what you just said, though. I think that the Kodiaks turned up the squelch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could.
It's
very easy to quit in that kind of weather.
Yes.
Even if the other team takes their foot off the gas pedal.
It is.
It doesn't mean that you're going to come down and make this less than a touchdown game.
Right.
They did.
They did.
So now I want to see this game, and we may see this game.
We could see this game in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too surprised.
In a division final.
Yeah.
And right now, I think the Goons own
They own it.
All the tiebreakers.
Yeah, they are
I
number
can't
one right
remember who
now.
beat them. I know they lost in week 1. I'm not sure if it was a forfeit or not. We're gonna go back and look at the computer later
Yeah.
and see that. But beware the Kodiaks. I think on a dry track, this game is, I mean, it was close as it was.
It was close. Again, I think we both might be right. I think the Kodiaks stepped it up a little. I think the Goons gave up a little bit more, you know, like, hey, let's just get out of this rain, let's get this game over with. So I think that may have had a little bit to do with both of them. Again, they put up 33 points
Yeah,
in the
but
first
you know
half.
what? I get a better feel for the Kodiaks in terms of knowing them
Right.
as a team than I do the Goons.
Right.
Because the Goons have gone through personnel changes,
But yet they're always up on top.
you know, China, whatever happened to China?
Yeah.
Yeah, and his son, where are they?
Yeah.
You know, so like they had a turnover in person, but the Kodiaks have remained consistent.
Right.
So them coming back in this game doesn't surprise me.
Right.
The conditions that they did it in impressed me more
Right.
than coming back, just, you know, coming back and making it close.
Right.
So again, now we're getting close to TikTok time, and now we're
Sure
gonna
are.
find out.
Sure are.
Moving along, the NWO quietly
Quietly, yes.
is above 500.
They are, which is
They're above
very
500.
surprising. You know, this
It's
is
okay.
always
This is a team that
a
really
lower
doesn't
team.
have, they don't have a lot of people on their roster.
right. Again,
And-
losing to the Bankers,
Bankers.
keeping it close. Bankers.
Now, do you think the Bankers are the team that everybody wants to play?
I don't know. Again, like how we talk about the Wolfgang, they keep it close. They're in it till the very end of each game. It seems. Look at this. It was only a 4-point game. I mean, I
And they're a
get
very
so frustrated
frustrating team with the Bankers.
just to think about what's going on because we've said it. This team has got some athletes. They've got some football players on this team.
You know, if we added up all their losses, and I don't know this, I'm just guessing.
right.
We added up all their losses, I bet it doesn't come to 20 points.
Yeah. In difference, yeah, I bet they're averaging probably 3 to 4 points loss a game, and that's on the high end. It could be.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are there. It's baffling how they just, you know, like I said earlier in the season, they're like the Giants of last year, man. They're in it. 2 minutes left, we're done.
So the game needs to be short.
It does, yeah.
But anyhow, moving on. Pedro, I feel for you, buddy. I really do. NWO with that big guy Connor.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Junior Mafia
Gets a win. They get off the
Wait a
schneid.
minute. They scored 19 points.
Boom.
They scored more than 12. That's the key
That
to
is
the
the
Junior
key.
Mafia. Score 19, you'll win.
They basically scored half their points from what they've done all year in this one game. They've only scored 44 points coming into this game.
Yeah, they averaged 12 points a
Yeah,
game. Something
you know?
like that, yeah.
So, hey, Junior Mafia getting off the schneid. Good for you guys.
Good win. Good win.
Good win, yeah.
And I tell you what, before we go to commercial break, let's do the 9-on-9. Then we'll go to commercial break and come back. 9-on-9, we had a forfeit Sunday. The Shakers could not field the team against the Diablos, which was kind of tough, but
call up HOB, maybe get them down.
well, they had the fight.
I know. That's why I'm saying.
The Canes and the All-Stars, I was there for that game.
Okay.
Great game. Wally did not quarterback.
That
Wally was not
is
there.
surprising.
Earl of Biddy was the quarterback in this game.
Biddy.
And
Did he look like he lost a step out there?
I know, he gave me a little stuff about that. You
Oh
guys-
yeah. He's
God
giving me
bless
some
him.
stuff too.
But I'll tell you what, he didn't do a bad job.
Really?
You know, he kept his offense really basic,
Okay.
short hit passes. Every time Pugh put his hands on the ball, he gained positive yards. He only carried the ball about 5 or 6 times in that game.
Yeah.
That's how many weapons.
That's a
they had.
dynamite team.
It-
Yeah.
it's, you know.
The weapons are just, they're falling out of their pockets as they're walking to the field. Oh, there's another weapon. We don't need that one.
Well, the
We got all these
All-Stars,
guys.
the All-Stars had a bad break. They were down.
All-Stars have
They were down 13.
Peter.
They were down 13-9
Mhm.
with about 2 minutes left in the game. Receiving the kickoffs, have all 3 timeouts left. Kickoff comes, ball's dropped at the 4-yard line. So they're in the hole right away.
Oh, that's the
They
worst.
get it out beyond the 20.
Right.
So now they're like 2nd and 7, 3 consecutive drops. And that's tough. And
That's
that
very
really,
tough.
That really proved to be the game.
They're having All-Stars having a little bit of issues this year. I'm not sure what it is. Again, we've said, it looks like the same personnel out there. I don't know.
You know what it is? I think it's more, not issues, I think it's more execution. You know, you look at the All-Stars as a team that executes flawlessly.
Right.
And when that doesn't happen, they don't look like the All-Stars.
Yeah, they're even,
So, but all the credit in the world to the Canes. They haven't lost now in how many years?
Oh my God, yeah, it seems like forever.
It's been a while, but
I'd like to take credit for that because since I buried them last year, you know, around this time, they haven't lost.
you gave them
So you're welcome, Canes.
the Lazarus effect.
Yeah.
So on that note, we're gonna take a commercial break. Does Lazarus eat steak? We're gonna get a steak and then go get our haircut. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, Joey B here in Mark Perrone's hairstyling salon in Morris Plains, New Jersey. And I guess, Mark, I have to interrupt you here. I guess I caught you at a bad time.
Joe.
What makes you what you are?
First of all, Joe, when you come in here, you're part of the family. We make you feel that comfortable. Whether you're a young kid, older gentleman, or one of my hairpiece customers, we make you feel at home here at Mark Perrone's. Well, we do men's hair replacement, custom hair replacement. We do little kids are our favorite. We do some women haircuts, but basically it's a men's barbershop. Back old school with new flair. It's a nice atmosphere, and you are all welcome from everywhere.
Here's the guy, here's the man. He's owns the shop, cuts the hair, sweeps it out every once in a while too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Joey B from Mark Perrone's. Come on in and get yourself a nice do.
Open Tuesday to Friday, 10 to 7 p.m., Saturday, 8:30 to 5 p.m., Sundays, 10 to 3 p.m., closed on Mondays.
As restaurants come and go, it is rare to find an establishment like Steve's Sizzling Steaks. Steve's has focused on excellent food, comfortable ambiance, and a friendly staff. Times sure have changed since Steve's first opened their doors, but what hasn't changed is the family atmosphere that makes Steve's so special. Open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Located at 620 Route 17 South in Carlstadt, New Jersey, or call 201-438-9677 for your reservation.
All right, welcome back, and now we're going to move on to the touch division. And again, Mike, the Legion of Doom, we started to talk about how good they were. So what happened? They got smacked by the A team, 34-8.
Well, a lot of teams are getting smacked by the A team, it seems.
They are, and Matty Ice is on this team.
Oh, on the A team.
On the A team, and on the sidelines of the Goon game, he said to me, "Watch out for the A team."
All right. Is he quarterbacking them?
I don't think he's allowed to. If you quarterback, if you quarterback a contact flag, you can't quarterback.
Well, he doesn't need to, it seems.
They let him the ball. He can run from the quarterback spot, wide receiver spot, halfback spot. He had over 100 yards rushing against the Kodiaks, and that field was tough to make a cut on too.
Yeah.
So if you were chasing him, you had to cut to try and get him. You weren't getting there.
Yeah, watching that Goons game in the rain, it looked like a lot of it was tough pulling those. It was tough pulling those flags. A lot of slip throughs. It looked like, on both sides. Both sides, nobody could really grab the flags. That's tough with the rain there.
Bucks over the Militia by touchdown. Again, the Bucks 5-1, I believe. Right?
6-1 with this
6-1
win. Yeah.
with this win.
Militia dropping down, surprising.
They started to come on.
They did. They came out strong, and I don't know. They're dropping. Well, now we got a lot more competition in this touch division. A team has really brought it on. You know, they're playing much better than they have in the past. Bucks, the new Bucks, they're here. They're playing great. Old School's still there. You know, so that's three now really big teams that are in this division. Now Militia is finding themselves moving in the middle of the pack. So
the Old School is the Old School.
The Old School is the Old School. Yeah, man.
And they keep right on trucking.
Yep.
And the Wolves over the replacements, and again the replacements indeed did peak in week 2.
Peak in week 2.
6 weeks too soon, guys. But but the Wolves, good for them.
Good for them. Yep.
You know, you never.
Wolves getting their second win on the year.
You never take anything away from a team member.
That's right. Yeah, that is right.
They won the game, and everybody makes the tournament. So you never know.
You never know.
Of course, I'm laying 10,000 to 1 on that, but if I'm not looking around, I want anybody to take that bet. Yeah. and then you'll talk to the rest. All right, so here we go, the 6-on-6, and a lot of things happening here, Mike.
Yeah.
A lot of
6
things
on
happening
6,
in
there's a
6-on-6.
nice shuffle of teams, you know, towards the top. All-Stars surprising, 3rd place. You know, they're only 4-2. Surprising that they actually lost 2 games though in 6-on-6 during the season.
Well, the Bruins were down at halftime. They were down 2 scores in this game.
That was a fantastic game. That was a
That
fantastic
was a great game. We captured that game. It's on film. And by the way, the teams that have not yet appeared on film, you are scheduled to be
We will
filmed
get you.
over the next 2 weeks. We have 2 regular season weeks left.
Yep.
We will have everybody.
2 more camera guys out there along
right.
with Tommy. Doing a
Right,
great
so
job,
we're gonna
thank you. So we're
capture
gonna get
everyone. We might have Tommy on the show with next week also.
Yeah.
Let him give his opinion.
That
on
would
what
be
he
nice. He's been out there with these guys.
Yeah, they're getting to know him a
Yeah,
little
getting to
bit.
know him a little bit. Yeah.
But as far as this Bruins All-Star game goes, great comeback.
Great comeback. They shut them down. Bruins shut down the All-Stars in the second half.
Yes, they did.
32 going in,
They
boom.
did.
Didn't do anything after that. Again, surprising with the All-Stars. They're just, something isn't looking right. They're not
Okay,
connecting.
but you know, I watched that game.
Right.
I watched this game, and again, the execution in key spots was not there.
But
There were drop balls.
yeah, no, I
You
saw
know,
it,
and
but
then-
that's what's surprising to me. There's not a lot of new guys on the team, if any. So where's the problem with the execution? There's been no problem in the past, 6 years, especially on 6-on-6. There's been no problems with that. Even with in 9-on-9, they just
Yeah, but you gotta cut off
Something-
some slack. I mean, they're allowed to have a
No.
non-executing game. Yeah.
I understand that, but that's why it's so surprising to me. This doesn't normally happen with the All-Stars. They're usually, Titano barks his orders, everyone falls in line and listens to him because he's the captain of that team. He runs that team. So it's just...
I'm surprised he hasn't lost his voice this season.
Yeah,
he did
it's-
a lot of
it's-
yelling Sunday. He was.
It's mind-blowing, man. This is another team that, you know...
They actually had a play. On 3rd down.
All right.
With 2 of their receivers ran into each other on a crossing. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't see that.
They drink it before these games
I
or
don't know,
something?
but I
don't
mean,
know.
you know, that's what I'm saying. It's just the execution was
Yeah,
not flawless as it usually
but
is.
you know, this is a team though. Come playoff times, you know, hopefully they can wrangle it back in, do what they need to do to get back up there. I mean, right now they're in 3rd place.
Newbury,
Weird.
52-27. The Lightning without their quarterback.
Wow.
And I
Still,
think that the Lightning has more or less said for this
Tomas?
season that, I don't know, if they're gonna play, they're gonna show up and
Right.
play, but
yeah, they have not been having a great season. I mean, they're 3-3. You know, now they're tied with Newbury, who now has the tiebreaker over them. And yeah, they've only given up 18 more points, you know, than they've scored. So I think it's
52 points.
Yeah.
I think Newbury is that kind of offensive juggernaut, no offense.
right.
But they hung up 52.
Lightning get a little taste of their own medicine there, huh?
They
Getting a
hung up
52 spot hung
So
on.
the Lightning.
But you jump out on this team,
No,
they're not built. They're not built to come back.
Looks like they're not built lately to get the lead either.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I'm only kidding. Wow. Okay, all I remember reading about was this was a huge test for the Bears.
Yes.
They were playing the Blazers. Watch out! It's a big test for the Bears, and they passed.
Yes, they passed with flying colors. You know, Blazers. Man, what's this? Their 3rd loss this year? You know, Bears still rolling
Yeah,
undefeated.
remember how we can kid around and we talk about defense?
Right.
And the 6-on-6.
Right.
Nice. The Bears play a ferocious defense.
Bears have only given up with this week's game. They've only given up just a little over 100 points for the whole year. I mean,
And that's in how many games? That's in 6 games.
yeah, and that's in 6
So what is
games.
that,
I
like
mean,
18
that's
points. That's 18,
that's-
17 points a game.
yeah. This team is looking real good. Bears have come back strong, ready to flex
Well, they're
their dominance
playing
again.
well.
They're playing real well. You know, I know we talked about Jim not quarterbacking, and of course then he started quarterbacking. But yeah, him being out there, it's wherever he.
It looks like right now that they're the team that's got it most together.
Yes,
in
they
this
do.
division.
Yeah.
I know we talk about the Bruins beating the All-Stars and everything else, but right now, the Bears are really just clicking. Even at that Bruin game, they were down 2 at half, 2 scores
Yeah.
at halftime, had to rally to come back.
Yeah.
But right now, the Bears really just seem to be
Bears are
firing
real
on
good.
all cylinders, and I don't want to mess with that. As far as the Taxi Blazers are concerned, Do you see a little less swagger out of this team?
A little bit. I mean, you're not really hearing too much on the board unless they're getting attacked. Remember one? I don't know why they become Robinson there with knee break. You know, with the children. Anywho, but yeah, the Blazers, they're up, they're down, they're up, they're down. You know, they have a great game and then they stumble. They have a great game, then they stumble. So we'll see if they can keep it
But
together.
I'll tell you what I do
playoffs.
notice about the Blazers when I see them. They're not letting us bother them.
No, not too much.
You know, it's like, we know where the on switch is.
Right. We
And
know.
when we need to flick it on, we will.
Right. Well, yeah, we'll see.
You know,
I mean, they are putting up. They're leading the league. It's 6-on-6 in points for. I mean, over 200 points. What we got?
they're still scoring. Well, they were held to 20.
Yeah, they were held to 20 in this, but I mean, they put up almost 230 points.
Well,
So they've been putting up a lot of points this season, and not really giving up too much in comparison. So
well, we got to see if they really know where that switch is.
yeah, you know what it
Because
is.
they have 2 weeks left.
Right.
Well, 1 week.
We'll
2
see,
weeks left
yeah.
in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of good teams now in 6-on-6. I mean, you got the top 3 teams in both divisions are phenomenal. Middle teams are still doing really, really well. They can bite anybody.
Well, we're going to get to the next
Right.
game. We're going to look at was the Cobras.
Cobras.
Who nobody's talking about.
Yeah.
Some guy on the board, not Tebow, but somebody else
Okay.
has been given rankings.
Right.
And he's right. He said no one's talking about the Cobras.
They only have 1 loss, and I
And
believe
right.
that's to the Bears.
You know, and here they are. So they put up, Code Red put up 31.
Hey, good job, Coach.
You know, they're scoring. Now you got to learn the other
Scoring.
half.
That's right. That's right.
You know, but
Yeah.
the Cobras have a good quarterback with a strong arm. They got plenty of offensive weapons.
Yes,
I mean,
they
they
do.
can score against anyone.
Yeah.
And,
Cobras are looking good. Yeah. Again, we're not talking about them. Quietly, they're 5-1. You know, 1 game out of first place.
Yeah, you know, we're talking about the fact that no one's talking about it.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Hey, the Cobras are 5-1. You know what? They can go 7-1 and
never be mentioned.
and never be. And do they have a chance of being a 1 seed? No. I mean,
Unless
unless the Bears trip up somewhere in the
Right.
last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but I believe the Bears are the only loss to the Cobras. I think that's the only one. So they'd have to lose 2, which can't happen because there's.
Well, I find it funny that the Cobras can end up 7-1
Yeah.
and no one. Who?
Yeah. Who?
Who? We're up. They're a second
Yeah.
seed in their division.
Yeah, and they're putting up a lot of points too, man. Not giving up too much. Hey, our fault. We weren't paying attention to the Cobras. You know.
Here's something else too, and I think the Cobras like it, flying under the
Yeah,
radar.
nobody talking about
No
it.
one talking about them. They show up every week. We don't have a schedule
Yeah, we didn't get
yet.
scheduled yet.
What you'll see
Taping early this
tomorrow, we're taping on Tuesday. But what I'll do with Mike is when the schedule comes out, Mike, we'll do our picks and you
Yes.
can post them.
Yes.
You know, so you guys will give an idea of
Yeah.
how wrong or right we are.
I think I'm thinking the Cobras really
Well,
Yeah.
I gotta see that because now I don't know who's left for these guys to play or not.
Yeah.
Nice snatch, forfeit win over the Storm.
Storm, yep.
The Storm now has forfeited their last 2, and I think, that's why this makes it so tough on JT when these teams forfeit.
Yeah, and that's gonna, kind of mess things up once playoffs come around because now if the Storm is gonna drop out,
Mhm.
you have Light 'em Up already had to drop out. And they're both in the same conference right there. They're both in the NFC, so that's really
And
gonna.
I'll tell you something else too. I'm gonna just digress for a second. If things don't change, you've seen the last of 9-on-9 this year.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. If it had operated with the 5 teams consistently during the season, it might have been okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
But
do the
when
merger
you have
again.
teams forfeiting and not having enough guys to show up for games and just,
Yeah.
it's.
Maybe do the merger again. This time do it like how baseball does it. American National League, American League. When you're playing a 9-on-9 team, it's their home field. You play by their rules. When the 9-on-9 comes to an 8-on-8 team and they're the away team, they play the 8-on-8 style.
Unless,
just a suggestion.
You have a lot of 8-on-8, but you have a lot of 8-on-8 teams that have way more than 8 guys.
Right.
Make it all 9-on-1.
That we tried that, but we would. I
We
agree,
didn't
man.
try making it all 9-on-9.
We did not. You are correct. You are
did not
correct.
try
I would
doing
like
that.
that too, man. I like the 100-yard field. I like the bigger field. I like it, but.
I'll tell you, because
I like all of
there's a lot of 8-on-8 teams that can freaking play.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
You
We
know?
got a lot of teams.
I mean, the one thing I
spring.
I don't think any of the 8-on-8 teams fear the Diablos.
No.
Fear the Kings. Fear Shakers. They don't fear them.
No, they don't fear them, but they don't play them.
Well, you know, the Bulldogs play, they didn't disgrace themselves that one season.
No,
but anyway,
no.
We have to see what happens, what shakes out.
Yeah, we'll
see. We never know. Okay, so the Yambis, who we were talking about, bounced back with a 26-21 win over the Hawks. And the Hawks, they're feeling their way this season.
They're feeling their way, yep.
I believe they got a couple of injuries too. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, like we said, they came up from the touch. They're still learning their way. Again, you know, I mean, this is a high caliber team.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be back in it. But Yambis they've come back with a vengeance this year. I mean,
I gotta tell you, that Yambi Bruin game
was great.
Was spectacular.
Was spectacular. Yeah, Bruins have been involved in a couple really almost instant classic games this year. You know what I mean?
And
between
you know what?
And back to back, Yambis and All-Stars.
And in every big game they've been behind.
And come back. And that's impressive.
Very.
That's the impressive part.
But now,
you can just go out and blow somebody out.
I tell you what, you want to be down 2 scores at the half in a playoff game? No. So,
but this team can do it. Bruins.
Okay, they've done it so far.
Twice.
That's a habit. That's a habit I don't think any team wants to get into. Being down 2 scores at halftime or 2 scores midway through the second half.
Of course not.
You know, but they've been able to, come back and win. We'll see. And team.
But this Yambis team is.
Well, let me tell you something. You get to watch Oscar play quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he puts his clothes in olive oil before the game. You just can't grab this guy.
Yeah, but this team, like I said, they came back big time. Last season they were not so much. First time when they came in last spring, pretty decent team.
Yeah,
and in the middle of the pack, still figuring out the 6-on-6. Last season, they were not so good.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. And you talk about Oscar.
Right.
You talk about Rich and Eddie.
Right.
They got some other players on the
They
team
sure do.
to play.
They sure do.
They do.
They got
And
they have veteran guys.
There's no pressure on any one individual to do something.
Right. Rich put this team together well. Him and his brothers did a good job, man. They brought this team back. Watch out.
And they're sitting at 4-1 now.
Yeah, 5-1 now. They just win over the Hawks.
With 2 weeks left, and they're in a position to, are they in a position, yes, to win their division.
Yeah.
They haven't played the Bruins yet. I don't think they played the Bruins yet, so that's got to be a game in the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Who won the loss on the Bruins?
That was in week 1. They lost to maybe New Breed, somebody. That was a week 1 hiccup. You know, I can't even remember.
Well, we know that the Yambis lost to, they did lose to the Bruins.
Yeah, that was one of the great games we were just talking about.
So they will be a 2 seed in that division. So they would not play the Bruins again until a division final.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good teams in the 6-on-6.
Because the way it looks now, you've got the Bruins in a nice snatch.
Right.
Yambis and the Hawks.
Which, I don't know. I mean, even though they only lost, it was only a 5-point game.
Well,
it's tough to beat.
What do we say about the 3-5 games? They're always good games.
Right.
And we'll be talking about that in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Actually, I think we might get because we'll worry about it
then.
I think the first team gets a bye in this division, so Yambis can take on the next
that's something else,
JT. Yeah, that's something else.
Sweat out.
And there's team got their win with light 'em up because of the forfeit.
Well, the drop out. They dropped out.
That's true.
So that's it for this week, guys. A lot of guts playing in that horrendous weather on Sunday.
Yeah.
Fortunately, to my knowledge, nobody really got hurt. And let's just hope for better weather.
Yeah, aren't we getting a tropical storm coming up?
No, it missed us. It's going out to the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah,
So from Mike McPhee and Joey B, enjoy this week's games. Look for our picks on the board. And don't be afraid to counterattack.
Yeah.
Have a great week, guys. Safety on Sunday.
How you doing, people? Welcome to Raymond's Tires. My name is John. Just want to let you guys know we're open 7 days a week. We've been in business for over 15 years. Our hours are from 8 to 7 every day. The only day we close is Christmas Day. Flat fixes start at $10. Balancing, $10. Used tires, $25 and up. New tires, if you purchase all 4, you get everything included. Mounted, balance, wheel alignment, everything. Customer service is our #1 priority. If you come to our place and you don't have what it takes to get done, we will give you the service at no charge, because customer service, again, is our #1 priority. Thank you for stopping by.